Hey guys, welcome to BeachBrotherhood.com. This is Chris Lopez, and in this video we're going to be covering an advanced benching technique which is great for shoulder rehab. It's a great change of pace to help give you better body awareness and actually help you fire more muscle fibers, and ultimately it's going to make you stronger. Okay, so I will say this: it's an advanced variation of the bench. I would not recommend this exercise unless you are pushing 225 for reps, just with bars and plates. Okay, because it does put a lot of stress on the shoulders and the stabilizer muscles in the shoulder and chest area. And if you don't have a good base on the bench, this can actually do more harm than good. But if you do have a great base on the bench, this might be something to look into. Okay, it's called chaos benching. It was made, popularized, or maybe even invented by Louis Simmons of Westside Barbell. I didn't invent this. I don't really know who did, but Louis is the first guy that I saw to do it, so I guess I'll give him credit for that. A couple things you need: an empty bar, 2 bands, okay, and 2 kettlebells. And what you're going to do is you're going to double loop the band. So 1, 2, right? You're going to put it through the handle of the kettlebell, just like that. And then hang the kettlebell on the bar. Space the bands evenly apart. Okay. Going to do this to both sides. Very simple setup. You don't really need plates for this exercise. You just kind of play with the different size bands, different size kettlebells. Sometimes you see guys hang 2 kettlebells on the bar. Personal preference. Obviously, the more kettlebells you hang on the bar, the more unstable the bar is going to be. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so, and if you do hang 2 kettlebells on the bar, each kettlebell gets its own band, so it's important to know that too. So what this is, it's just a bench press. Because the bands and the kettlebells are going to be jumping around as you press, you really have to keep tension on your chest, on your shoulders, on your lats. Keep everything tight, slow and controlled. You can't bang this off your chest because the kettlebells start jumping. Okay, so the slower and more controlled that you perform this exercise, the more benefit you're going to get from it. Okay, but it's going to raise that mind-muscle connection, allow you to think and feel the muscles you're working. Okay, it's going to improve fiber recruitment for your bench press, and just improve overall shoulder stability, shoulder health. This, in some cases, is used or seen as a rehab exercise, so you can use it for that. But occasionally, I throw it in my chest days or my benching days as a secondary exercise or as an assistance exercise for the bench. After maybe I'm done my initial sets of the bench press, I'll do 1 or 2 sets of these, and it allows me to just fry those muscle fibers, feel the bench press a little bit more, and kind of work on just stability, overall stability. Remember, the more rigid you are on the bench press, the more tight you keep your entire body, the more force you can transfer into the bar. So if you're have a loose body on the bench and your shoulders are loose and you're just banging out the reps, you're not going to get as much out of it as if everything's tight and you're just pounding out the reps that way. So this helps you keep your upper body tight and focused on really squeezing the muscles that you're working. So once the bar's set up, you just get under it the way you would a normal bench press. Okay? Nice and slow off the rack. Remember, this is a slow and controlled exercise, and you can see the bar moving a little bit already. Down, touch, up. Okay, the better you get at these, the faster you can go. Now, obviously, if you play with the tensions of the band a little bit more and the weights of the kettlebells, it will give you a different feel. It might be a little tougher, it might be a little easier. But see how it's forcing me to keep my shoulders tight, my arms tight. Forearms grip, you can't even have a loose grip on this. And the sets and reps for those, I would just do basic set of 12, 10 to 12. Doesn't have to be crazy. It's not really a strength exercise. I mean, you can use it that way, but remember, the higher weight you use, the more unstable you use, the more prone for injury you are. So try this first with you know, moderate bands and light weight. It'll give you a little bit more stability in the movement. The kettlebells move a little bit, but not as much as having a really skinny band or thin band and a heavier kettlebell. So the ones I use right now, these are 25s, and this is a 1/2-inch band here. So it's not too heavy, but just enough to get a good feel. And remember, if you use this after your main sets of bench, you're most likely going to be tired in your once you get to this. So be careful, right? Very unstable. Make sure you have a spotter. Obviously, safety first all the time. And again, this is a great exercise, but if you can't do push-ups and you can't do 225 on the bench for solid reps, focus on getting your bench up first. Okay, this is just a secondary exercise that allows you to be more stable. But if you don't have the stability to bench moderate weight right now, 200, 225, focus on getting your bench up first, okay, before you jump into this. Because it's too unstable and it's an awkward movement. And if you don't have that upper body strength to control the bar, it's going to be kind of tough and you could risk getting hurt. All right, guys, so read through the module sections below, the toggles below, and I give you simple ways to use this execution plan in your chest day or on your bench day, and in different scenarios, and how you can use it for strength, how you can use it for recovery, etc. And make sure you read through the rest of them. Ask your questions in the Facebook group, as always. I'm here to help you guys. That's why we have the site. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys soon.